Coco Gauff's controversial China Open statement. U.S. Tennis Association takes legal action. The world of tennis has always had its fair share of drama, rivalries, and headlines that blur the line between sport and sensation. But few moments in recent memory have shaken the tennis universe, quite like Coco Gauff's emotional statement at the 2025 China Open. What began as a routine post-match press conference transformed into a firestorm of controversy that now has legal, political, and cultural implications. The 21-year-old American star, known for her maturity, grace, and humility, broke her silence on what she described as unfair treatment and disrespectful behavior by tournament officials during her time in Beijing. Her words didn't just echo through the room. They set the global tennis community ablaze. Microphone the spark, Gauff's emotional revelation. It was supposed to be a calm post-match discussion following Gauff's quarterfinal exit at the China Open. Yet, when a journalist asked about her composure under pressure, Coco paused, visibly shaken, before unleashing a statement that would change everything. "It wasn't just a match that frustrated me," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "It's the way things were handled, the calls, the atmosphere, the treatment. I've worked hard to earn respect on this tour, but sometimes it feels like that respect isn't given equally, especially here." The room fell silent. Reporters exchanged glances. Cameras kept rolling. Gauff continued, "I'm not saying this lightly. I love playing here. I love the fans. But certain things that happened behind the scenes just weren't right. I was made to feel uncomfortable, unheard, and dismissed. And that's not something any athlete should face." Those words, uncomfortable, unheard, and dismissed, instantly went viral. Within hours, social media exploded with hashtags like #JusticeForCoco, #FairPlayInTennis, and #China Open Controversy trending across platforms. Globe showing Asia, Australia, the shockwave around the world. Tennis fans across continents were quick to react. Some applauded Coco's bravery for speaking out, while others urged caution, emphasizing that full details had yet to surface. Fellow players began hinting at similar frustrations anonymously, with one top 10 player reportedly telling a journalist, "Coco just said what many of us have been thinking for a while." Meanwhile, others, including Chinese media outlets, pushed back against Gauff's remarks, calling them unfounded accusations that undermine the spirit of international competition. But it was too late. The story had already become a global talking point. Sports pundits debated the issue endlessly. Was Coco's treatment truly unfair? Were there deeper politics involved in tournament management? And why was a young, world-renowned athlete feeling disrespected at one of the sport's biggest Asian events? Balance scaled the legal earthquake. USTA steps in. As the controversy deepened, the U.S. Tennis Association, USTA, took an unprecedented step, announcing its intent to launch a formal legal inquiry into Gauff's allegations. In a statement released just days after her comments, the USTA declared, "We stand by our athletes." The USTA will be reviewing the matter closely and taking all necessary actions to ensure that fair treatment, respect, and equality are upheld in every tournament where American players compete. Legal experts speculated that this could involve demands for review of match officiating, sponsor conduct, and event management procedures. If proven that Gauff faced discriminatory or biased actions, it could lead to sanctions, compensation claims, or even changes in WTA oversight protocols. What was once a player's frustration had now become a legal and diplomatic matter. Speech balloon fans, media, and the digital firestorm. Social media platforms became the battleground. Fans from the U.S., Europe, and Africa rallied behind Gauff, calling her the voice of truth in a broken system. Many praised her courage, comparing her to legendary athletes like Serena Williams, who also spoke against unfair treatment during her career. Meanwhile, in China, reactions were more defensive. The China Open organizers released a brief, carefully worded statement. "We respect all players and regret any misunderstanding. The China Open operates under strict WTA guidelines and maintains the highest standards of fairness." But the online debate refused to cool down. Video clips from Gauff's matches were dissected frame by frame. Analysts pointed to questionable line calls and tense exchanges with umpires. Some fans claimed that Gauff's frustration was justified. Others said it was just the heat of competition. Sports journalist Maria Carvalho described it best. This isn't just about a tennis match. It's about how athletes, especially young women of color, navigate global sports structures that sometimes don't listen until they shout. Broken heart, the emotional toll on Gauff. Behind the headlines, the toll on Coco Gauff herself has been visible. Once known for her radiant smile and calm poise, she appeared visibly drained in her next appearance on social media. In a heartfelt Instagram post, she wrote, "I didn't expect my comments to explode this way. I spoke honestly because I was hurt and felt disrespected. My goal was never to create division, only to spark awareness about how players are treated. I'll keep standing for what's right, even when it's uncomfortable." That post received over 3 million likes and thousands of supportive comments from fans and fellow athletes. Serena Williams, now retired but ever watchful, commented a simple, "Keep speaking your truth." Flex biceps, medium dark skin tone. It was a symbolic passing of the torch, one icon to another, reminding Coco that courage often comes with controversy. Glowing star, a history of courage. For those who followed Coco since her teenage breakthrough at Wimbledon in 2019, her courage is nothing new. She's never been afraid to speak her mind, from social justice issues to sports ethics. But 2025 feels different. It's as if Gauff has evolved from a prodigy into a truth teller, unafraid of the consequences. And in doing so, she's forced tennis and its governing bodies to look into a mirror they often avoid, the bigger picture. As the investigation unfolds, one question remains. Will this lead to meaningful change, or will it fade like so many sports controversies before it? Tennis thrives on elegance and power, but beneath that glamour are systems that sometimes silence the voices that dare to challenge them. Coco's stand could be the start of something much larger, a movement for transparency and equality in global sports. And perhaps in time, people will look back on the 2025 China Open not as a scandal, but as the moment that reshaped tennis culture forever. Tennis conclusion. The price of speaking up. Coco Gauff didn't plan to ignite a global storm. She simply told her truth. But in a world where silence is often safer than honesty, truth becomes revolutionary. Now, with legal action underway and the world watching, the stakes couldn't be higher, not just for Gauff, but for the integrity of the game itself. Whether history remembers this as a controversy or a turning point will depend on what happens next. But one thing is undeniable. Coco Gauff has reminded the world that courage still exists, even when the cost is high. And sometimes, the bravest serves aren't made with racket, but with words. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.